Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel General Hospital Official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Lucas and Willow fight for custody of Wiley following Michael's mysterious exit. According to General Hospital teasers, Wiley Corinthos is Michael Corinthos' son, despite the fact that he did not have the opportunity to raise him during the first year of his existence. Michael mistook his son for dead because to the cunning Nellie Benson. However, Nellie and Brad Cooper staged a baby switch, leading Brad and Lucas Jones to believe that Wiley was the baby they had adopted. General Hospital spoilers: Lucas Jones raised Wiley Corinthos for his first year. The truth about Wiley was not revealed until nearly a year after his birth. Lucas was saddened, yet he handed over his son to Michael without a struggle. He left town soon after, having lost both Wiley and Brad, whom he discarded for his deception. Michael married Willow Corinthos, who formally adopted Wiley and is his only mother. Lucas recently returned to town, and despite the awkwardness, he was relieved to see Wiley being reared in such a loving and stable setting. Spoilers: Michael Corinthos and Willow Corinthos' marriage is in ruins. Both Michael and Willow have recently cheated on each other. Willow had a months-long emotional affair with Drew Quartermain, which she completed a few weeks ago when the two finally made love. Michael discovered Willow had kissed Drew, and in retribution, he slept with Sasha Corbin, though no one knows about it yet. Meanwhile, the entire community has learned that Willow cheated on Michael with his uncle. General Hospital spoilers: Lucas Jones will take action. Lucas will be upset that Willow and Michael's reckless behavior is likely to upend Wiley's life. He will most likely regret giving Wiley back to Michael if it merely causes him grief. And, with Michael poised to leave Port Charles in the coming weeks, Lucas may take legal action against Willow for custody of Wiley. Lucas may not have ever officially handed over his rights to Wiley, which might give him a good argument if it comes to that. What are your thoughts? Will Lucas fight Willow for custody of Wiley? Did he lawfully transfer his rights to the young man? Who should be in charge of raising Wiley moving forward? Willow ambushed, Michael losing hope, and Brennan's urgent phone orders. General Hospital spoilers for Thursday, December 26 state that Jason Morgan will once again express his distrust of Jack Brennan, but Carly Spencer will insist on making her own decision regarding him. Later, Jason will encounter Michael Corinthos, who will be troubled over his marriage. Michael clearly still loves Willow Corinthos, but he may have to consider giving up and letting Drew Quartermain have her instead. Willow will be ambushed at Nina Reeves' apartment. Lucas Jones will lash out at Willow for cheating on Michael and destroying the wonderful household they made for their children. Lucas is clearly still committed to ensuring Wiley Corinthos has a stable future with a loving family. Willow will appear to have set fire to Wiley's idyllic life, but she will argue that Lucas has no right to criticize her. Willow will also argue that she never intended for this to happen to Drew, but Lucas would disagree and hold both of them responsible for their own actions. Lucas will undoubtedly lose his cool in this situation, and he will later admit to Ava Jerome that he has only made matters worse. Back with Willow, she will accept Drew's consoling embrace, leaving Nina apprehensive about their continuous bonding. When Nina discovers Willow and Drew hugging, she may try to break up the love fest. Other spoilers suggest Brooklyn Quartermain and Harrison Chase will discuss their pregnancy mission. Brooklyn will get the impression that Chase wants to stop trying for a baby, but he may have a different notion. Chase may believe they should look at other options because what they are doing is plainly not working, at least not in a timely manner. Brooklyn and Chase will debate their techniques on Thursday's program, so Chase may advise they seek medical assistance. Over with Jocelyn Jacks, it appears that she may receive a pep talk. Brennan might be the one to offer some unexpected words of wisdom in the aftermath of Dex Heller's death. Brennan will then receive updates over the phone and deliver some urgent orders in response. This could be related to Charlotte Cassadine's phone activity, as Brennan has been monitoring it to find out where she is. Charlotte had just called Lulu Spencer with information about her location, so Lulu told Rocco Falconeri to keep quiet since she intended to reunite with Charlotte alone. However, it appears like Brennan may interfere with Lulu's plan, thus Charlotte may become upset with her mother if she believes Lulu blabbed and called in backup. Rocco may not be able to keep the truth about Lulu's intentions hidden for much longer. Dante Falconeri is about to receive some bad news, therefore he may ask Rocco for information and discover Lulu has gone on this assignment alone. Sonny Corinthos will eventually speak with Laura Collins, and he may express his delight at her reunion with Lulu. Of course, it won't be long until Laura learns some terrible information regarding Lulu's imminent danger. There's no way to tell what Lulu's stepping into because Valentine Cassadine, like Charlotte, may be protected by guards. Lulu may not want to go headfirst into this issue because Valentine will be unaware. Back with Sonny, he'll speak with Christina Corinthos Davis about Charlie's pub and the new path she has in mind for it. Christina will hope she can meet the task, but Sonny will be completely confident in his daughter's vision. According to General Hospital spoilers, Christina and Molly Lansing Davis may face more antagonism in the future, so stay tuned for more predictions on the upcoming family drama. GH spoilers, the best new General Hospital character of 2024 is. General Hospital spoilers suggest that there were a few new faces in Port Charles this year. In this essay, we'll look at one of the most successful arrivals to Port Charles this year. There are many people in town, so it can be difficult to stand out. The most successful acquisitions combine charisma, connections, and character. In this example, we are discussing Dr. Isaiah Gannon. General Hospital spoilers, Dr. Isaiah Gannon is friends with Lucky Spencer. We originally saw Isaiah in Africa, where he was being held captive alongside Lucky Spencer. It was evident that Isaiah and Lucky had been friends for some time, having shared risky missions as part of their volunteer work over there. Lucky allowed Isaiah to escape, and the physician made his way to Port Charles, where he was quickly apprehended by an automobile. He remained asleep for several days, during which time Jordan Ashford got interested in John Doe. General Hospital spoilers, best new character Dr. Isaiah Gannon. GH spoilers, Dr. Isaiah Gannon can be a little cocky. Isaiah eventually woke up, and he and Jordan instantly became friends. Isaiah told Jordan about his past as a talented transplant surgeon. Even though Isaiah was not ashamed to tell Jordan how great he is as a doctor, he emphasized that his time in an operating room was finished forever. Lucky eventually returned home and requested Isaiah to do the liver transplant on his sister, Lulu Spencer. Isaiah eventually agreed, and Lulu passed the procedure with flying colors. General Hospital spoilers, Dr. Isaiah Gannon is making friends all across Port Charles, including Molly Lansing Davis and Lucas Jones. He has also been offered a full-time position at General Hospital, so it appears like he is here to stay, and Port Charles will benefit from it. His last name Gannon was also used by a notable family on One Life to Live, therefore Isaiah's family may live in the nearby town of Landview. However, it is one mystery we can't wait to unravel. What are your thoughts? Do you enjoy Isaiah? Will he accept a position at General Hospital? Is he set to start a sizzling affair with Jordan, or will his love life take a completely other turn? Amber Tamblyn, a General Hospital alum, has offered Blake Lively support in her lawsuit against former B&B star Justin Baldoni. General Hospital spoilers remind viewers of Amber Tamblyn's previous role as Emily Quartermain on the show. Tamblyn began her acting career as a child in 1995, and she went on to appear in several major primetime and film ventures. One of these was The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, which inspired a sequel. The actress and novelist collaborated on the movie alongside Blake Lively, who has had her share of ups and downs in 2024, including a recent lawsuit against another soap star Justin Baldoni. Tamblyn and her co-stars from The Sisterhood of Traveling Pants recently issued a statement in support of Lively. More on Blake Lively's lawsuit. Some fans may be familiar with a recent film that Lively collaborated on alongside Baldoni, titled It Ends With Us. Lively and Baldoni appeared in the picture, which he also directed. The film depicted domestic violence, and it made mainstream headlines due to a rumored feud between Lively and Baldoni. Lively filed a sexual harassment lawsuit against Baldoni, and she claims he orchestrated a public relations smear campaign to damage her Hollywood name. Baldoni's agent has since dropped him, and it's worth noting that he isn't the only person named in Lively's legal case. Wayfarer Studios, the production company Baldoni co-founded with Steve Sarowitz, as well as James Heath, It Ends With Us lead producer, are also named in the suit. Jed Wallace, Melissa Nathan, and Jennifer Abel, the public relations specialists reportedly involved in the smear campaign, have also been featured. Amber Tamblyn, a General Hospital alum, and other Sisterhood of Traveling Pants co-stars, America Ferrera and Alexis Bledel, issued a joint statement on social media to offer a united front of support for Lively. The ladies claim that as Lively's friends and sisters for over 2 decades, they stand in solidarity with her as she fights an alleged PR campaign to destroy her name. The statement goes on to say, "Throughout the filming of It Ends With Us, we saw her summon the courage to ask for a safe workplace for herself and colleagues on set, and we are appalled to read the evidence of a premeditated and vindictive effort that ensued to discredit her voice." The statement refers to the unabashed exploitation of domestic violence survivors to keep a woman who requested safety silent. The statement adds how the hypocrisy is amazing. The co-stars ended the social media message by applauding Lively for having the bravery to stand up for herself, both in this case and while filming the movie. Brooklyn Rae Silzer sends heartfelt message to her Port Charles family as Emma is recast on General Hospital. Following Braden Brenner's General Hospital premiere as Emma Scorpio Drake, Brooklyn Rae Silzer went to X to say farewell to her Port Charles loved ones and, in a way, to Patrick and Robin's daughter, whom she has played since she was 5 years old. "To my amazing General Hospital family who has supported me and watched me grow up over the years as Emma, I am forever grateful," started the actress, who last appeared on the serial in 2023. "Although I am sad that my time as Emma has come to an end, I will remember all of the memories and friendships I made. I am so lucky to have been cast as Emma 13 years ago," she told me, "and to have had the opportunity to grow her character over the years." Silzer, who intends to study nursing in real life, also left a message for her successor. "I am so excited to see how Braden takes care of Emma and brings new layers to her character," Silzer told me. "I am forever thankful for General Hospital, and Emma will always hold a special place in my heart. Emma will always have a special place in our hearts, heaven knows." While you absorb this latest General Hospital cast change, check out our updated photo gallery for all of the show's most recent and upcoming exits. Somebody needs to lock that spinning door. Dang! Maurice Bernard says this is his favorite General Hospital storyline. Upcoming drama in Port Charles, secrets, betrayals, and twists unfold. As Port Charles residents prepare for the holiday season, tensions simmer under the joyful surface, predicting a combination of tragedy, disclosures, and unexpected alliances. The drama, as always, revolves on family feuds, unresolved emotions, and secrets that have the potential to break lives. Willow faces judgment. Willow Tate Corinthos is at her breaking point. She is continually justifying her judgments and behaviors, especially in the face of Carly Spencer's sharp and merciless assessment. Carly was always a strong supporter of Willow, but her sentiments have shifted following Willow's affair with Drew Quartermaine, a guy who complicates family ties by being both Michael Corinthos' uncle and Carly's ex. Carly, who never backs down, has made it her mission to keep Willow accountable, but Willow isn't taking the criticism lying down. Willow's voice cuts through the festive talk in a heated confrontation at the Quartermaine home. "You don't get to judge me, Carly," she adds, her voice stern yet filled with emotion. "You have made mistakes, too. Everyone here has." This heated discussion stuns the family, pushing even Michael to reconsider his position. Michael's crossroads. Meanwhile, Michael Corinthos is dealing with the aftermath of his failed marriage. Michael confides in his confidant and mentor, Jason Morgan, saying, "Maybe it's time to let her go." His words are heavy with resignation, yet there is a glimmer of optimism that the love they once shared might be recovered. Jason, ever the pragmatist, advises Michael to consider his options carefully, particularly for the sake of their children. As Michael mulls over his options, he recalls happier times with Willow. However, the betrayal remains deep, leaving him unsure whether forgiveness is possible. The tension rises as Michael and Willow prepare for a heart-to-heart that will either mend or end their relationship for good. Brooklyn and Chase's parenting struggles. Brooklyn Quartermaine and Harrison Chase are facing their own issues. The couple has been attempting to conceive, but the pressure from the Quartermaine family is starting to take its toll. Brooklyn expresses her concerns privately at the Quartermaine boathouse. "Would you like to cease trying?" she asks Chase, her voice cracking. Chase grabs her hands in his and says, "I don't want to stop, I just think we need to relieve the burden on ourselves. Maybe it will happen when the moment is right." His reassurance soothes her, but the underlying tension lingers, leaving fans wondering if their love can take the strain of unfulfilled expectations. Carly's Christmas party and Jack's hidden agenda. Carly's annual Christmas party is the talk of the town, bringing together friends, family, and, of course, secret agendas. Among the guests is Jack Brennan, Carly's mysterious new acquaintance. Carly is smitten, but Jason's instincts are on high alert. "I still don't trust him," Jason warns Carly as they spend a quiet moment by the fire. Carly dismisses his concerns, arguing that Jack deserves a chance. Jason's suspicions are confirmed when Jack goes outdoors to answer a suspicious phone call. "You know what to do," Jack replies curtly, his tone suggesting he's up to something dirty. Inside, Jack's charm wins over several of the attendees, particularly Jocelyn and Christina, who enjoy teasing him about the family's unusual traditions. But Sunny Corinthos is not fooled. Sunny's gaze darkens as she watches Jack from across the room. The setting is prepared for a showdown that may reveal Jack's actual motivations. Christina's new challenge. Christina Corinthos Davis is embarking on a new chapter as she takes over administration of Charlie's Pub. With Phyllis Caulfield returning to Nixon Falls, Christina is determined to make the pub her own. However, the weight of responsibility is already beginning to show. During a quiet moment with her father, Sunny, Christina admits, "I'm not sure I'm prepared for this. What happens if I fail?" Sunny's remark is uncharacteristically tender. "Chrissy, you're stronger than you believe." Christina's confidence is boosted by his remarks, but her journey has only just begun. Balancing her new responsibility with her ongoing conflict with her sister, Molly, promises to be difficult. Ava and Lucas's bond. In the midst of the holiday turmoil, Ava Jerome and Lucas Jones have made an unexpected bond. Both dealing with personal tragedy, they've created a friendship that brings comfort during terrible moments. In an emotional talk at Ava's art gallery, Lucas acknowledges, "I think I just made things a whole lot worse." Ava's curiosity is piqued. "Worse, how?" she asks gently. Lucas hesitates before admitting that his actions may have unexpected effects for his old partner, Brad Cooper. Ava offers Lucas her support and reminds him that everyone makes mistakes. Their developing connection is a rare bright spot in an otherwise dark world of betrayal and war. What's next for Port Charles? As the holiday season begins, Port Charles residents face important moments that will influence their futures. Will Willow and Michael reconcile, or is their marriage over? Can Brooke Lynn and Chase handle the stress of starting a family? And what secrets is Jack Brennan concealing? With alliances shifting and new challenges emerging, Port Charles is a tinderbox poised to blow. Port Charles prepares for a stormy Christmas week, December 23rd to 27th. Spoilers. The upcoming week in Port Charles promises dramatic drama and emotional turmoil, with 4 main stories taking center stage. The characters are dealing with betrayal, love, and the consequences of hazardous decisions, setting the stage for a memorable holiday season. 1. Michael considers letting go of Willow. Michael Corinthos is at a crossroads, divided between his feelings for Willow and the pain of her betrayal with Drew Quartermaine. As questions about Willow's guilt gnaw at him, Michael considers the unthinkable, leaving his marriage. Michael confides in Brooke Lynn Quartermaine in a moving moment set in the Quartermaine estate gardens. "Maybe it's time to let her go," he says quietly, the weight of his words lingering in the air. Brooke Lynn, his pragmatic cousin, urges him to explore deeper. "Do you want to fight for her, or are you just scared of being hurt again?" she's asking. The internal conflict continues as Michael struggles with his emotions and the idea that the family they constructed for Wiley Corinthos may be beyond repair. 2. Willow faces Lucas' anger. Willow Corinthos finds herself in hot water when Lucas Jones confronts her about the consequences of her affair on their family. "You didn't just hurt Michael," Lucas says during a heated discussion at Kelly's diner. "You tore apart the only stability Wiley had left." Willow, taken off guard, attempts to explain herself, claiming that her mistakes do not define her love for Wiley. But Lucas is not buying it. "Love isn't enough when your actions keep shattering everyone around you," he responds. Willow is visibly shocked by the confrontation, prompting her to consider the full ramifications of her actions. Will she find a way to redeem herself in Lucas' eyes, or is the harm irreversible? 3. Dante reveals a family secret. Across town, Dante Falconeri discovers a terrible truth about his ex-wife, Lulu Spencer, and their son, Rocco Falconeri. A late-night talk with Rocco indicates that the youngster is keeping a secret concerning Lulu's location. She told me not to tell anyone, Rocco says quietly, shame engraved on his features. Dante becomes concerned as he figures together Lulu's intention to track down Charlotte Cassadine without support. The stakes are considerable, especially given Valentine Cassadine's likely involvement. Dante, determined to safeguard Lulu, seeks Sam McCall's assistance in gathering additional information. As they delve further, Dante's fears grow, paving the way for a daring rescue mission that may reignite old feelings between him and Lulu. 4. Jason shocks Anna with a startling revelation. Meanwhile, Anna Devane's cooperation with Jason Morgan has an unforeseen twist. Tasked with identifying Charlotte, Jason discovers a lead that shakes the mission's underpinnings. During a covert meeting at the Metro Court, Jason admits, this isn't just about Charlotte. Valentine's been moving pieces on a much larger chessboard, and it involves more than we thought. Anna, ever the seasoned spy, fights to keep her cool. According to Jason's intel, Valentine's strategy could threaten not just Charlotte's safety but also that of important Port Charles players. As Anna and Jason prepare to act, they are dragged into a high-stakes game of cat and mouse with Valentine, which promises unexpected turns. Holiday chaos and cliffhangers ahead. As these stories progress, tensions will escalate during the Corinthos family Christmas dinner, where Carly Spencer will play hostess to a broken family. Jack Brennan's mysterious dealings add gasoline to the flames, creating doubts about his genuine motivations. Carly's commitment to Jack conflicts with Sonny's suspicions, resulting in a heated confrontation. The week finishes with heart-stopping discoveries, including Lulu's risky hunt for Charlotte, Michael's marriage decision, and Jason and Anna facing an unforeseen threat. The festive spirit may offer warmth to some, but it will only fuel discord. Port Charles prepares for a tumultuous new year, spoilers for December 30th to January 3rd. As the year begins a new chapter, the residents of Port Charles are dealing with heartbreak, peril, and revelations that promise to impact their lives in the future. From shattered marriages to fresh romantic prospects to dark plots, this week's events will have everyone on edge. Michael Corinthos faces a life-altering decision. Michael Corinthos finds himself at a watershed moment in his personal life. His marriage, once a source of stability, is now on the verge of disintegration. Following an open talk with a valued confidant, Michael considers his future moves. Whether it's wise counsel from a legal ally or emotional support from a close friend, Michael must decide whether his future includes his estranged wife or if it's time to pave a new path. Reflecting on his father's experiences with love and betrayal, Michael wonders if forgiveness is genuinely possible in his situation. In a sad moment on the docks, he gazes out at the ocean, his mind weighted with the weight of his decision. Maybe it's time to let go, he whispers, his words tinged with regret and resolution. Will he fight for his family, or will he acknowledge that some wounds are too deep to heal? Anna Devane receives shocking news. Meanwhile, Anna Devane delves deeper into the mystery of Charlotte Cassadine's abrupt disappearance. Jason Morgan provides unsettling updates, leaving Anna both concerned and determined. The scenario grows hazardous when it is revealed that Lulu Spencer, anxious to regain her daughter, has gone rogue in her pursuit. Anna is concerned that Lulu's impulsivity may lead to a deadly encounter with Valentine Cassadine. Jason's information also suggests that Jack Brennan is involved in the developing mayhem. As Anna and Jason race against the clock to avoid a disaster, they must also deal with the likelihood that Valentine is not acting alone. Will their efforts be sufficient to protect Lulu and bring Charlotte home safely? Jocelyn Jacks searches for closure. Jocelyn Jacks is still struggling to cope with Dex Heller's tragic death. Her grief is exacerbated by unanswered concerns regarding his untimely death. Determined to find out the truth, Jocelyn gets hooked on the upcoming autopsy report, hoping it would reveal answers. However, rumors of foul play start to circulate, tying Dex's murder to the inexplicable poisoning of another Port Charles resident. In an emotionally heated scene during Dex's memorial, Jocelyn addresses her own weaknesses. Surrounded by friends and family, she resolves to seek justice for Dex. "I won't stop until I know what really happened," she asserts, her passion unshakable. Will Jocelyn's quest of the truth offer her serenity, or will it lead her into danger? Felicia Scorpio connects the dots. Felicia Scorpio is haunted by shards of a recollection that she can't quite put together. She recalls being at Rice Plaza during the Christmas festivities when the sound of a ringing bell suddenly stopped. The disturbing moment coincided with the attack on Dex Heller, and Felicia believes this fact holds the key to unlocking the mystery. Felicia becomes increasingly convinced that Cyrus Renaud was involved as she recalls the incident. Her instincts drive her to investigate further, but she is aware that doing so could endanger her life. Will Felicia's dedication result in justice, or will she become a target in a deadly game? Trina Robinson's new connection. On a lighter note, Trina Robinson is drawn to Kai Taylor, a newcomer who has injected new vitality into her life. Their friendship grows stronger as they share same interests and have sincere chats, giving Trina hope in the middle of stress. However, across town, Giovanni Gio Palmieri can't stop thinking about the enigmatic girl who enchanted him at a recent gathering. When he suddenly crosses paths with Emma Drake again, sparks ignite and their relationship takes a positive turn. Could this be the start of a new romance for Gio, or will unanticipated issues occur? Port Charles prepares for the New Year's fallout. As the week progresses, Port Charles residents prepare for a New Year's Eve party that promises both happiness and sadness. Relationships will be tested, secrets disclosed, and alliances formed in the face of hardship. From Michael's marital problems to the search for Charlotte and Jocelyn's pursuit of justice, the following days will be fraught with emotional highs and lows. Stay closely as Port Charles prepares for a turbulent start to the new year, where every decision might have far-reaching implications. A mother's journey, Lulu's determination to reclaim Charlotte. After 4 years in an unending coma, Lulu Spencer has finally awakened, determined to restore her life and make up for lost time. She wakes up to a world full of familiar faces and frightening gaps. Port Charles has advanced, but for Lulu, the clock stopped when her eyes closed. Now she must reconcile her previous existence with the reality that confronts her. Lulu's daughter, Charlotte, is constantly on her mind. The link between mother and child is one of love and tenacity, but Charlotte's sudden abduction with her father, Valentine Cassadine, has Lulu frantic for answers. The trip to reunite with Charlotte is about more than simply bringing her daughter home, it is about regaining the life and memories that were stolen from her. Valentine's secret life, the shadow of the Pikeman Group. Valentine Cassadine has long straddled the line between redemption and his darker instincts. Despite his honest efforts to overcome his manipulative past and become a better man, the lure of the Pikeman Group proved too powerful. This mysterious and powerful organization has trapped Valentine in a web of falsehoods, compelling him to live 2 lives. Valentine's dominance over the gang was briefly disrupted when Jack Brennan took over temporary leadership while Valentine was incarcerated. However, after his release, Valentine resumed his role, a decision that would have far-reaching ramifications. Anna Devane, hopelessly in love with Valentine but driven by a sense of justice, uncovered his link to the organization. Torn between allegiance and duty, Anna made the tough decision to turn him in and provide evidence to the FBI. A timely escape, Valentine's flight with Charlotte. Despite Anna's betrayal, or possibly because of her lingering affection, she informed Valentine of the upcoming FBI raid. This warning enabled him to move quickly, departing with Charlotte before the cops could catch up. Valentine's motivation for removing his daughter extended beyond escape capture. It was about protecting her from public attention and preserving her safety, even if it meant living on the run. Charlotte, on the other hand, has had to bear the consequences of her father's decisions. Her life has been upended, and the steadiness she formerly enjoyed has been replaced by continual uncertainty. Though Valentine believes he is protecting her, the stress of their predicament has taken a toll on them both. Anna's regret, a mother's struggle for justice. Anna Devane's actions had a bittersweet outcome. While she couldn't bring herself to surprise Valentine, she now faces the shame of knowing she helped him flee. Compounding her regret is Lulu's awakening, a mother who has missed years of her daughter's life and is now frantically looking for her. Determined to make apologies, Anna teams up with Jason Morgan, a man whose resourcefulness and tenacity make him an effective ally. They work together to piece together Valentine's trail, with the goal of reuniting Charlotte with her mother. But they aren't alone. Jack Brennan, with his own opaque motivations, appears to be pursuing the same goal. His tactics are unknown, but his involvement adds another element of mystery to the unfolding story. A mother's hope, Charlotte reaches out. A gleam of optimism shines through the pandemonium. Charlotte, torn between her affection for her father and her desire for her mother, ultimately reaches out. She contacts Lulu via a sad phone conversation right before Christmas. The conversation is quick but powerful, rekindling Lulu's resolve to bring her daughter home. Charlotte's voice, full of fear and need, awakens something primitive in Lulu, a mother's unwavering determination. This call paves the way for a possible reunion, but the path is far from obvious. Valentine, knowing that Lulu will stop at nothing to find their daughter, must make a difficult decision. Does he continue to flee, keeping Charlotte by his side, or does he make the ultimate sacrifice and return her to Port Charles, even if it means facing prosecution? The reunion, joy marred by unresolved tensions. As the snow slowly falls over Port Charles, it appears that a magical reunion is on the way. Lulu's heart rushes at the notion of hugging her daughter again, recovering the bond they once had. When the time arrives, it is all Lulu had dreamed for and more, a mother and daughter reunited against all difficulties. However, the joy of their reunion is dampened by unresolved conflicts. Lulu cannot just forgive or forget the man who abducted her child and kept her away for so long. Valentine's acts, although well-intentioned, have caused scars that may never fully heal. While Lulu is primarily concerned with Charlotte's well-being, she also desires justice. Valentine's fate, redemption or retribution? Valentine remains a divisive character in this evolving tale. Despite his flaws, his love for Charlotte is apparent. However, love cannot erase the trail of lies and deception that he has left behind. Valentine observes from the shadows, knowing he can't stay in Port Charles without facing arrest, and ponders the ramifications of his decisions. Will Valentine find forgiveness by giving up his freedom for Charlotte's happiness? Or will his need for self-preservation drive him deeper into hiding, leaving a broken family to pick up the pieces? The future, a new chapter for Lulu and Charlotte. As the new year dawns, Lulu and Charlotte start the delicate process of mending their friendship. The journey ahead is riddled with difficulties, but their bond is unshakable. For Lulu, this trip is about more than recovering her duty as a mother, it is about rediscovering herself after years of being lost in the dark. Port Charles watches as this family begins to heal, their narrative demonstrating the strength of love and the power of second chances. However, Valentine's presence lingers in the shadows, reminding us that the past is never fully gone. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.